What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at the Mobile Pixels Geminos, which is a very unique dual 24-inch monitor. Taking a look at the specs, this has two 24-inch 1080p monitors, adjustable height and viewing angles, a built-in webcam, microphone, and stereo speakers, 100 watts of pass-through charging, and weighs 20 pounds. Taking a look inside the box, you have the manual, a webcam cover in case you want to cover the webcam. You have a USB-C to USB-A cable, which also has a USB-C adapter on it. Two USB-C to USB-C cables. Two HDMI cables, which are both full HDMI. Your AC adapter. And then lastly, you have the monitor itself. So taking a look at the monitor, right now I have it folded down because it's just so huge and hard to display here on the table. We'll go over that and unfold it in a minute. But starting off with the build quality, this thing feels very heavy duty and is built like a tank. It's just very well made. The entire stand, this part, and then down here as well, are all made of metal. I was happy to see this, as one of my initial concerns were if this monitor was going to have any flex when moving in different positions. But these monitors are very solid with no flexing or creaking anywhere. So taking a look at the ports, right back here you have your headphone port, you have a USB-C, HDMI, and then over here you have a USB-C and HDMI as well. So these are your two monitor inputs. You have an Ethernet jack, your power plug. Then coming around this side, you have a built-in SD card reader. And then lastly, coming to the other side, you have two USB-A ports. So I love that this is not only a dual monitor setup, but it also includes its own stand as well. This is definitely by far the most unique monitor I have reviewed. So when you are using it, you could have it folded like this. So this is the lowest position that the bottom monitor can go in. Then right here on top, you have this metal bar. You can lift this up. And then this is the highest position you can put both monitors, which is both 24-inch monitors, straight up and down, stacked on top of each other. Coming to the bottom, you have individual controls for each monitor. So this is for the top screen, this is for the bottom screen. These are touch sensitive buttons, and I found the menus very easy to navigate as well. Coming to the top, you have the built-in webcam, and as I said earlier, this monitor also has a built-in microphone and stereo speakers as well. Alright, so right now I have this connected to my MacBook Pro, and I love that this keeps my laptop charged as well. With the MacBook, all you need is one USB-C cable running to each monitor, and the computer will automatically detect and set up everything all on its own. Taking a look at the screen, these are definitely very good panels. My MacBook Pro has an OLED screen, which is known to be one of the best screens out. Typically, when you put it next to any other monitor, it makes them look pretty bad, but surprisingly, the Geminos monitor is not that far behind. It has a ton of brightness, very nice blacks, and the colors are nice and punchy as well. So when you think of multiple monitors, typically is one on the left and one on the right. With a setup like this, you have no choice but to constantly move your neck when switching between monitors. However, with this one, it's an absolute night and day difference. When I have the bottom monitor angled down like this, I can literally keep my head in the same spot, and all I have to do is shift my eyes up or down, and it just feels like a much more natural setup. Personally, I just feel like the angled bottom monitor is the winning position of this monitor. You could also have them straight up and down like I had them a while ago, but then I just feel like it's a little too tall and not as natural to look at. Maybe I'll find some use where I prefer straight up and down instead, but I think 90% of the time I'm likely going to keep the bottom angled like this. So when it comes to how you can use this monitor and who it's for, well, there's a million different answers for that. One good usage will be productivity work. So if you're doing video editing, for example, you could have your sample up on the top and then your timeline and everything else on the bottom. Or you could just put the application on one screen and use the other one to easily navigate through all your files like I have here at the side. So you can use this with just the two monitors to do all your work, or like I have right now, all three monitors. So right here I can edit everything, see what I'm editing, and over here easily drag in and navigate through all my files. Maybe you're someone that watches a lot of sports. Well, now you can load up one game on the top and another on the bottom and just have them going at the same time while you're doing whatever you're doing on your laptop. Even if you're just a casual user, having all of the screen real estate really makes everything a lot easier to do, as you can just have everything open all at once instead of having to constantly minimize or move things around. Like right now, my wife went back to college, so she's usually watching videos on her laptop and then taking notes on a notebook or her tablet, but now she can just throw her video up on the top screen and then take all her notes down at the bottom. One thing I love about this monitor is it takes up no extra space compared to a regular monitor. Typically, to run a dual monitor setup, you need to have a good amount of free space on your desk. Personally, I have two fairly large speakers at the sides of my monitor, so running dual monitors never really worked out for me. But now with this, I can now run a dual monitor setup and have to make no changes at all to my desk, since it just takes the same amount of space as one monitor would. Overall, this is definitely a fantastic monitor. If you are looking to buy a bigger screen or thinking about upgrading to a dual monitor setup, then I would highly recommend taking a look at the one I have here, which is the Geminos from Mobile Pixels. Alright, well that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment. Otherwise, thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time.